Now in this video I'm going to show you how to install and set up WordPress really easily and really quickly. And all you're going to need to do is you're going to just go ahead and log into your cPanel, okay? Right here, cPanel, which we were just in, and then you're going to scroll down, and what you're looking for is this little smiley face and the link that says Fantastico Deluxe. What you're going to want to do is just go ahead and click right on that link. And what's going to happen is what Fantastico does is it installs scripts onto your site. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using it to install WordPress. So if you look over here on the left under blogs, there's going to be a link for WordPress. It's kind of small, but what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to just go ahead and click on that link right there. So click on the WordPress link. And from this page right here, what we can do is we can choose to go ahead and install a new installation of WordPress. So just go ahead and click on New Installation. And then what you're going to get here is this page. And what we can do is we can decide where we're going to install WordPress. Okay, we're installing it on this domain, and we can choose to put it in a directory or right into the root directory. If you wanted to put it into another directory on your site, you would just enter in the name of that directory. In the directory, it should not exist already because they're going to create it right now with WordPress. But I'm going to just put mine right in the root so that when someone visits markswoodworkingtips.info, they're going to go right to my WordPress site. And then right here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go ahead and enter in an administrator username, and this is what you're going to use to log in. A lot of people just use the admin. I'm going to use something else. I'm going to use woodworking as my login, and for my password, I'll go ahead and just enter in a password. You obviously would want to use something nice and secure, okay? The next thing that you're going to want to do is give yourself an admin nickname. Mine's going to be Mark. Very simple. And it's going to ask for an admin email address. And you need to be very careful right here because they're going to go ahead and enter in something that, an email address that you never created. So what you need to do is go ahead and use the email address that you just created inside of your hosting account, or use your best email address, whatever email address. Just use a good email address right there. Then right here under the site name, you want to write the name of your site. It's Mark's Woodworking Tips. And then write yourself a little small description of what your site is about. I'm just going to have little woodworking tips and advice. And then what you want to do, once you're happy with how all of this looks, you're going to just go ahead and click on the Install WordPress button right down at the bottom. And once you click on that link, it's going to bring you to this page asking to finish the installation. And it's going to tell you that we are installing it on the main directory and that it's going to be installed right here, and it gives you the address. So all you want to do is just go ahead and click on the Finish Installation button right there. And you can see it's all been set up right here for you. You can see that the website has been created, and it gives you your username and password as well as the address to go to log into WordPress. So you're going to want to go ahead and click on that link right now. And you can see you're going to be brought to the WordPress login screen. So just go ahead and enter the information that you just added. And we'll log in here. All right, and now we've been logged in to the main dashboard at WordPress. And you can see that they just have a little new feature here. I'm going to just dismiss that. But you can also see that right up at the top here, the very first thing that you're going to want to do is check for any updates. And you can see I have some warnings here when I log in that there's several updates that need to be made. Just go ahead and click on the Please Update Now link right there. And the first thing that I want to do is it tells you that there's a new version of WordPress that's available. Because this is a new install, I'm not worried about this warning that it says to back up everything. We don't need to do that. This is a brand new version. And we're going to click Update Now. And it's going to go through the process. Just take a second and we can see now that WordPress 3.9 or whatever the newest version of WordPress has been updated. And from here we can go to the dashboard and we can see that there are a couple other updates that we can go through, take a look at them. I'm going to go ahead and update these themes. And you can see it just takes a couple of seconds. And then looks like one more update. There is a plugin that wants to be updated. I'll click on that link. And you can see everything has been updated. And we can now go to our dashboard and you can see that there's no warnings telling me that anything needs to be updated, which is great. Now that WordPress has been all updated, we can make a couple of settings. Now that WordPress has been all updated, we can make a couple of changes to the settings. And what you want to do is from your dashboard, over here on the left-hand side, you're going to see a link that says Settings. What I want you to do is just go ahead and go down to the permalinks. This is the most important thing that we're going to do right now. And the reason that we're doing this is for search engine optimization a little bit, and also so that people will understand, we'll be able to navigate the site a little bit better. But what we do is we change the settings here for comment settings from default, which will give each new post and page just a generic numerical ID, to we're going to change it to post name. We just select post name right there. And what that will do is that'll change the structure of our link so that when we create a new page or a new post, it's going to have the title of that post as part of the URL address. So what that does is that makes it easier for search engines to find content on your site, and it also just makes for a better looking site navigation. So what you want to do is change that to post name and go ahead and click on Save Changes right here. All right. The other setting that I like to go ahead and change right from the beginning is discussion settings. If you leave your site open for people to leave comments, a lot of times what happens is your site just gets spammed to death by other marketers. So what I like to do is right here, it comes checked where it says allow people to post comments on new articles. I always uncheck that because generally it's not people really wanting to comment much on your post. It's just people, other marketers looking to have links back to their site. So I leave that unchecked. You can leave it checked if you want people to leave comments. Like I said, I generally don't do that. But go ahead and click on Save Changes. And then go to the general settings here and just make sure that your title is as you want it, and also that the tagline, like my tagline is woodworking tips and advice. This is going to show up in the description for our site. So make sure that you have that correct as you like it. You can also set up a couple of different things over here, how the dates are displayed, how time is displayed, things like that. Go ahead, click on Save Changes if you make any changes to it. So those are the general settings that I like to change right off the bat whenever I install a new WordPress site. So now that we've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to start adding some content to our site, and we're going to be using the content from the vendors, from the product creator. The way that we're going to do that is we're going to go right over to this post section. You can see WordPress goes ahead and they create a sample post for you. What we're going to want to do is we're going to just want to go ahead and delete that right off the bat. There's no reason for it. We don't want it. So all that you need to do is you can, right here, you can click on the trash link right there, and you can see there's no post found, but we do want to go ahead and create a new post. And this very first post, what it's going to be is we're going to be using content that we got from our product vendor. So what I have with my product vendor, I have some articles that I'm going to go ahead and grab and add right to the site here. And I've got a lot of articles that I can choose from. I've chosen a couple right from Ted's, the ones that they gave me. And you can see they have this one text file that they've given you, and it's called Try Your Hand at Woodworking. I'm going to go, they give you also, this particular vendor, they give you a lot of different options for your title of the article. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this right here, How to Get Started Woodworking Crafts. And like we were talking about earlier, it's a good idea to change a little bit of this. So how to get started building woodworking. How to get started with woodworking is a great name for the title of this particular article. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy all of this right here. Just go ahead and copy that. And all I need to do is paste this right in this area right here. I'm not going to worry about any formatting or anything at all right now. I just want to show you how easy that was to paste it in there. All right. And if we click on the publish button right here, that content is now going to be live, and we can go ahead, we can view this post. I'm going to just open this in a new tab here, and we can see what we've just created. And don't worry about how this looks right now. We're going to go ahead and modify this theme in just a little bit. But what I want to do is I want to get the content in there first. So you can see this article is now in here. And this particular vendor was nice enough to give you some places to put links. Like they have a place to get a link there. They have a place to put a link there. And we're going to also add in a whole bunch of other things, other ads in just a little bit. But for right now, what we want to do is we want to get our content added in here. And using WordPress, there's lots of different WordPress videos out there showing you how to use WordPress and how to become proficient with WordPress. We're not going to worry about any of that right now. We're going to worry about the very basics. Okay? So you want to add in all of your articles that you have. Each article is going to be a new post. And you can see we can click on that link right there and create a new article, a new post on our site. So I'm going to go ahead, choose another one that I have right here. And remember, this is all content that was given to me from this vendor. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this, woodworking step by step. I'm going to just go ahead, cut that, change this title a little bit. Paste that right there, step-by-step guide, woodworking made simple. Real nice and easy. I'll go ahead and copy the rest of this article right in here. Paste that right in there. And now we've got another post on our site. So we can go ahead and take a look right here. You can see if we go to the home page on our site, like I just did, over here, recent posts, our new articles are showing up right here. So now what I'd like to do is I'd like to show you how we can make our site look a little bit better, because it doesn't look very good right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean up this area over here. And the way that we're going to do that is that's right in the widgets area. And all we need to do is right over here, go to Appearance, then click on Widgets. And what the thing is in this main sidebar, like when we go to our site, you can see this main sidebar is cluttered with all kinds of things that we don't need. And it's lacking things that we do need. Like we want to put some ads in here. We want to put some links in here. But we don't want all this other stuff in there. So it's very easy to get rid of. all that we do, we don't want the search in here. So if you click on that, just click on delete. We do want recent posts in there though. So we're going to leave that. We're going to get rid of recent comments. We can delete that. Another way that you can do it, one way you can do it is you can click on this arrow here and click on delete. Another way that we can do it is we can just grab onto this with our left mouse, just grab it and drag it over here on the left. And you can see they tell you right here to activate a widget, drag it from the left side to the right side. And vice versa, you can drag it off of there to the left side. So I'll do that with categories, and I'll do that for meta. All right. Now, the next thing that I do want to add, which is very important, is I do want to add an arbitrary text box. So I'm going to add that over to the main sidebar. Click Add Widget. We're going to leave that blank for now. We don't care about that. And we're going to actually add another one. We're going to add widget. So we've just added 2 text widgets right here. In just a little bit, I'll show you how we can add some banners from the vendors for the products that we're promoting. But we want to do that to the main widget area. And now when we refresh this page, you're going to see that we just have the recent post here, but there's 2 blank spots right here. And that's going to be used for ads in just a second.